Hey everyone, welcome back. In this Postman tutorial, I'm going to explain how you can schedule the runs or the collection runs within Postman. Okay, so it's very simple and straightforward tutorial. It's just more of a awareness that you can also schedule the runs within Postman and you can schedule the Postman collection or folder runs. Okay, so we have seen about the collection runner or the folder runner. So basically let's start with a folder. So if I go to the folder level, say for example I want to schedule the folder runs, so I can go in the run folder, okay, and which will open the runner. All right, now this runner, we have understood that you can execute manually, okay, or you can schedule the run, periodically run collection at a specified time on the Postman cloud. Okay, so when you schedule this particular run, all right, what happens is that you can specify the name, right, and this will periodically run at a specified time. Whatever specified time that you are specifying on the Postman cloud, it will run. So it doesn't matter, your Postman is open or you have it open and you actually run something or execute or click something. It will automatically on that scheduled time, all of the details will be saved in the Postman cloud because you have the account there. Okay, so I have signed up in the Postman account, and then execution will be happening on the Postman cloud. Now the tricky part here is that you have to have, basically in the free account there are some limitations, as we have seen that you have only 25 collection runs. So if you schedule something and your collection keeps running and 25 runs have been exhausted, then you won't be able to run any more collections, right? So I think that 25 resets every month, but we need to go ahead and explore in the prices and plan, and prices and plan keep changing. Basically Postman tomorrow might come up with another pricing option and maybe no collection runner are free anymore, right? So it's all the company policies which might change in future, but as of now you get 25 collection run. So let's come back to the schedule runs, and in the schedule run I can say, okay, I want to schedule, so I can put the name, right? So I can say, okay, this is the run one, okay, provide any name there as per the naming convention that you want to, and then in the run frequency you can have different timer, right? So in the free plan you don't get a minute timer, right? So you because I am on the free plan, so minute timer, every minute you, or basically within minutes you won't be able to execute, but you have the hour timer and the week timer. So I can go ahead and select the hour timer and I'll say every hour, every 2 hours or 3 hours, etc. So every hour, and then you have to choose the environment, in which environment you want to execute this particular collection. So I can select a particular environment from the drop down, how many iterations I want to go ahead and execute. So I can say, okay, I want to execute it twice, all right, every hour. All right, then you have the option for minute, but minute is a paid, in the paid account you will get it. And then if you have the data file, you can select that data file, which we'll understand later when we understand the data driven test. And then you can add up to the 5 team members who will be notified what happened for this collection, right? So when the collection has been run every hour, what happens, whether it passes, fails. And then you can also have the option stop notifications after 3 consecutive failures. So here you can define how many, after how many failures, consecutive failures, you want to stop getting notifications, right? So you can select this option here. Then in the advanced settings here, you will see that you have the option to retry if the run fails, and then you can select the retry time here as well. Okay, how many times you want to retry, or you can keep it disabled. You can also have the set request timeout, right? So basically if you just hover over, so schedule run cannot exceed 15 minutes, right? So this is what you can basically set up the timeout, and then you can also set the delay between requests, right? So between each request, if the response from one of the requests takes long, so you can put the delay there so that the next request doesn't fail if there is a delay from the previous response, right? So you can put that delay in the request by selecting this option, right? Then follow redirects and enable SSL validation is enabled by default. You can choose as per your needs. If you do not want to have this enabled or SSL validation enabled, you can disable them, and then you simply can click on schedule run, which will schedule this particular run. Okay, so if I click on schedule run and I go to the, so you will see it came to this run directly here. Okay, and I can say view all schedules, and in the runs you will see that it has been scheduled at today for 9 p.m. with the name run 1, okay, and runs every hour. All right, and you will see custom run order and the environment in which it will run. I can go ahead and click on view. Okay, so basically it's the same thing. So basically in the collections, right, so I can simply go ahead. So if you go to the collection, right, and just open the collection. All right, so simply if I close this, I'll also show you how you can navigate. Okay, so if I simply open the collection, click on the collection, go to the runs here, and here in the scheduled, you will see the schedule that we have created, right? I can go and pause this schedule, edit this schedule, or delete this schedule. Okay, so in order to pause it, simply click on the pause, and then this run will be paused. You will see that upcoming run is paused. Okay, and then you can edit it. So if you want to change something in this scheduled run, you can edit and change the details within this particular run according to the need. Once you are happy, you can click on save changes, and in order to delete, simply go ahead and delete the schedule. All right, so this is basically how you will be able to periodically run your test or the API test or collection on the Postman cloud, but this will consume the whatever free resources that are available. Okay, so if I'm running it every hour, basically in next 1 day, all of the runs will be gone, and then I won't be able to run any more collection, right? So what I'll do is I'll delete it. This is just for the learning purpose and to make you all aware that yes, we have the option to schedule these runs and get notified. Your team can get notified if you have an enterprise account of Postman. Go ahead, and once your automation is all done, schedule those runs, and those runs will be executed on a regular basis, and your team will be notified whether all the APIs that you are testing are stable and running properly, and then team can actually go ahead and perform further testing on the further API. Okay, so that's all for this video on scheduling the collection runs. Similar option you can do at the folder level, right? So the option remain absolutely same, whether you go to the run collection and schedule it, or you schedule a particular folder, run folder. Okay, so the option of scheduling remains exactly same, right? So if I schedule a particular folder, it will be scheduling that particular folder. If I schedule a collection, so all of the folders within that, all the tests within that will be basically scheduled in that particular collection. Okay, so that's all for this video. I hope it was helpful. Thank you very much for watching.